It's about how we can deploy our machine learning models, like LLMs actually, but secure them from cybersecurity attacks, which is a very interesting perspective. For us answering this question, we are going to go through this blog and also focus on a partner of Databricks called Hidden Layer and how we can do that with them. So why is this important? It is important because, we have all of these model zoos, as we call them, like Hugging Face and TensorFlow Hub, where each one of us can create their own LLMs and go and serve them or host them there, and people can just download and use it.
Yeah.
And while we're thinking about security and things that can go wrong around our LLM applications, we've never thought what can go wrong inside the LLM itself. And there are a lot of attacks that can happen on the LLM itself, right? Inside the LLM. And this is the problem or the challenge we're trying to solve now. So there are a couple of risks associated with just getting models from model zoos. And mainly is that people can go and hijack the models in these platforms. Or you can have model supply chain attacks. Now, there are a lot of resources here on the article that you can deep dive into, especially check out the Databricks AI security framework. There are specific sections associated with these cybersecurity attacks. But in this blog, mainly we are talking about how we can mitigate those. And this is an excellent graph because it shows you the whole spectrum of things that we can do on Databricks to help with this challenge. The first one is around authentication and identification of users. Then it's all around how you can control access of all of your resources, like Databricks resources, and allow users to use specific things in your Databricks workspace. The next thing is how you can use MLOps and LLMOps to make sure whatever model is going into production is well tested, documented, and should be actually in production. A lot of things around MLflow and how you can register different models and how you can deploy them in the best way possible. And we take away any security concerns associated with our serverless platform. So this is handled by us 100%. And the last thing is how you can actually use our partner, Hidden Layer, to scan models for vulnerabilities. So in this blog, we go through each one of those. So the first one is around SSO and how you can make sure that whoever is signing into the platform is authenticated and authorized, right?
Makes sense.
And that there are a lot of different steps that you can do that. And we have some best practices around how you can secure your platform.
It's a really cool article. I like that it has a sort of like checklist feel to it. Excellent. So that you can go through it, as a CTO and just make sure that everything is secure. Pretty good one.
And a lot of our features around security are included here, like private link, so that you make sure that none of your traffic actually goes through the public internet and everything is into your own network. The next thing is around Unity Catalog and how you can use it to apply the right access controls to your users. As we said before, by using access control list, you can make sure that any artifacts in Databricks from models, clusters, any jobs can be accessed only by the people who should see, modify, and access those. And then the next thing is around how you can employ MLOps and LLMOps to scan models. So there are a lot of open libraries, but none of them actually helps you with putting all of these models into production and are production ready. To solve for this, we can use our partner, the Hidden Layer, and a specific tool of this tool, which is the model scanner, which is designed to uncover mainly hidden threats in the machine learning models. So it integrates with Databricks and it's very easy to use. But in general, it can identify these threats along the whole life cycle of the models, right? So from the model, you download the model from the model zoos, when you register it, when you train it on your own data, and when you are ready to put it into production and serve it. So across the whole pipeline, you can use the Hidden Layer to check for vulnerabilities in your models.
That's really cool.
And mainly, you can apply it in this for different things. One is upon download of large language models, like when you go to the model zoo and you literally download the model and you serve it on Databricks.
Okay.
This is where you can check that. And then the next thing is you can check the whole Databricks model registry. So when you go to your model registry and you have there all your models, you can actually use a script where it goes through all your models and checks for vulnerabilities.
Oh, that's good. So even if you haven't done it during download, then you could,
And you can set it up as a job that is part of your CI/CD or your MLOps cycle, for example. And then you can scan any new models and versions. So as you know, in Databricks and MLflow, we have these webhooks that trigger different things, right? So when you put a new model into the registry, or when you move from version to version, or you apply new stages and tags to models, you can kick off different things. One of these can be a scan of the model for vulnerabilities. So it can be incorporated as part of your MLOps or LLMOps cycle. And especially before putting anything in production, you also make sure you have to check that it does make sense to be in production. The first thing is around download and scanning models from Hugging Face. So before you download your third-party model into the Databricks platform, what you can do is you can go to Hidden Layer and there run this notebook that is executed on Databricks to go and make sure that the model you are planning to download actually is a secure model. And there is no any malicious attack or code inside the source code of the model. The next thing is whenever you register any new model or move it between versions, the Hidden Layer can also integrate, as we said, with the model registry. And what does this do is that you can kick off a Databricks job that continuously does checks and monitors all the quality of the models that you have put into the registry. So you can scan models when they are registered, or you can scan models when they move from different stages through different kind of webhooks, right? So when a job is being triggered, or when an HTTP point is being triggered. Now, as we said, apart from just when a model is being created, you can also check it and track it when a version is changed through different events that we have in the model registry. So you can use, for example, the model version created or the model version transition from a stage to the other and things like that. All of this can be done with webhooks. And then this is all around our model serving functionality and how we run models in multiple layers of isolation for security. So in the building security guide, you can see all the different things that we do on our serverless functionality. But mainly we assign complete different machines to all the different users and workloads. In a different we have network isolation as well. The machines are ephemeral, so nothing stays.
So it's more built in Databricks already.
Exactly. And we handle all of this for the customer.
Yeah, I guess the biggest threat is just downloading models.
Yeah, that was actually a good one, right? It's so easy to do. Like you can really download and throw it on Databricks and serve it. So it was actually a very
And we're at a moment where everybody's experimenting with Gen AI, so you never know like how many users in your organization are
doing this. Cool. And the last one is around controlling access to data and other objects through Unity Catalog, through access controls, as you can understand.
Makes sense.
Right? Yeah. So UC is everywhere.